Bar Stool Sports. Titus, Brandon Walker, Mostly Sports.
Welcome to Mostly Sports, presented by Jägermeister. I am Mark Titus. He is Brandon Walker. Today is Monday, January 6th. We are live from Chicago, and we are brought to you by the 56 botanicals you will find inside each and every shot of ice-cold Jägermeister. But how should that shot of Jägermeister be served, Brandon, you might be asking? Or
Ice cold.
In case you're not asking, you're actually just...
Ice cold. Damn, that's cold. Which line with cold do I have to say?
There should be 0 degrees Fahrenheit.
None.
Jägermeister. If you're trying to remember how many degrees Fahrenheit should be in your shot of Jägermeister, just count up the touchdowns scored by the Minnesota Vikings in the game of the year in the NFL that was played last night.
Yeah.
It's 0.
Nan?
0.
Not a 1.
0 touchdowns. Wherever you're at, if you're hanging with friends or at the bar, maybe doing all the sports stuff or just the mostly sports stuff, call the shots. Cheers with frosty 0 degree Fahrenheit shots of Jägermeister. And remember to check Jägermeister out at Jägermeister.com. Drink responsibly. Jägermeister, the core, 35% alcohol by volume, imported by Mass Jägermeister U.S., White Plains, New York. What do you want to talk about, Brandon?
Football. Is that okay? Can it just stand on its own for once?
No gimmick?
Is it? We left that in 2024?
That's 2024 thing, man.
That's
2025 is all about stripped down and nothing
fucking,
but let's
fucking get to the ball, dude.
Let's ball up top.
Ball up top. Just fucking get
ball
to
up top.
We got to talk football. We don't have time for all these other shenanigans.
Yeah. All that stupid shit Connor was doing with the videos and leading up to football. That's not what this show's about.
No,
the show's
dude.
And plus I forgot to send one to TJ.
Oh, okay.
So and TJ forgot to remind me to send him one, right?
Happy holidays, Brandon.
Happy holidays to you too.
Let's just get to the fucking football. Is it snowing outside or not yet?
Not yet. I don't think it. No.
Okay. I don't think we're getting it.
That's all south
We're
of
not
us,
getting
right?
all south.
Yeah.
That's confusing, isn't it?
How
many times did you say that? Like
it's kind of
snowing up here.
It's kind of bullshit. Like I moved up here for snow, and then it's all going south of us. That's yes, Connor.
Let's get to the football though.
The maintenance man in my
Connor.
building did say that it was going to come tonight at 7.
That's what he said.
Is he talking about the snow?
Does the snow have an appointment?
The maintenance man said he was laying out all of the salt on the parking lot because of that, because it was going to come at 7.
At 7 o'clock.
It was going to last until 1 o'clock tomorrow. That's what he told me last night.
All right, let's get to the football. I want to do the school delays badly. That's what I was asking about.
Right. So maybe we can do it
school's
tomorrow.
closed. We might be able to do it tomorrow. Yeah.
So we're going to talk football? Because nothing brings me more joy than football.
But before we do, really quickly, I was walking through right before as I was coming in today. One of the TikTok girls just hit me with the, "Hey Titus, nice skinny jeans," but she said it in like a cutting way. Skinny jeans are definitely out, right? That was an insult.
Can I just say something?
She wasn't actually saying nice jeans.
Those are just jeans.
They're just jeans.
You're just wearing jeans.
I'm just wearing jeans. Yeah, and it fucked me up, and that was like 5 minutes ago, right before I sat down.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I didn't even really think anything of it, and then I sat here, and it like just suddenly hit me. I was like, oh, she was mocking me.
Yeah, she might as well have said, "Hey, old man, way to be out of style, you piece of shit."
Yeah, and I just now realized that. But let's get to the football.
We got to get to the football.
No nonsense on the
None.
Let's talk football.
If you look around the sports world right now, is anybody talking about some bullshit? Is anybody talking about anything but football? No.
They're all talking about. If you're a sports fan right now, you are locked in on football and football only.
That's it. There's nothing else to talk about. If there were something else to talk about, my God, would we do it on this show?
We would absolutely do it on the show. We would.
But we're going to skip all that.
And we're going to football because the Super Bowl is like, what, 5 weeks away? I think it's like we're officially 5 weeks away from the Super Bowl on Fox this year. And we're all going to be tuning in.
Got to be.
Is that funny?
Is
that funny?
What, some years NBC has it, some years
it's Fox's turn. Fox
gets a turn.
The Super Bowl gets passed around, and
everybody gets a turn at Fox.
This time everybody at Fox gets
they get their piece.
They get their chance. Yeah, what's
the problem, Connor?
Connor, you don't enjoy that?
Pass.
You don't enjoy this comment?
I don't
pass. Tom Brady's going to be on the call for the Super Bowl. I'm not excited about that.
You said it like you were excited.
No, I'm not excited about it at all. He's going to be on the call for the Eagles game this week, too. Oh, yikes.
Oh, no. Sorry, man.
I hate Tom Brady as an analyst. Anyway.
He's gotten better, hasn't he, or no?
Barely.
He was dreadful to start, for sure.
Yes.
But then I'm just
boys, can we stay sharp here?
Yeah.
Can we focus on the football?
On the football.
Yeah, it kind of got us off on
Connor did get us.
You got us off, man.
Yeah,
We started talking Fox, and Connor wants to.
Right.
Yeah.
You want to get us off on Fox, and that's not our job.
Come on. Keep your eye on the ball, Connor.
Is your eye on the ball?
Yeah. Well, are you going to turn that into a little innuendo? I don't like this.
What's an innuendo?
What are you talking about?
Get me out of this. I'm too uncomfortable for this.
Let's talk about the football. Yesterday was Week 18. Vikings, Lions was the big game. There were a handful of others that had playoff implications, but in the end, like the Broncos won by 38-0. That was kind of ho hum. What was the other scenario? Oh, the NFC South. I guess the Buccaneers.
I was looking at some of these games. They had incentives, right?
That's what I was going to say. The real story was the incentives, right? Go ahead, Brandon.
No, you want to
tell the people about the incentives.
Some
What was the biggest incentive you saw yesterday?
Well, some players were playing for $500,000. I think I saw $250,000. One guy was playing for up to $1.5 million. That's a lot of money.
$1.5 million.
$1.5 million is a lot of money.
What would you do for $1.5?
Oh my God! What would I not do for $1.5 million? $1.5 million? Like you got to do whatever you can to get something like that. Are we going to be able to?
No,
are we going to be able?
This is not good.
Can we all focus? Let's all.
I don't know, man.
Why don't you? Why don't you?
It's early. It's early. Yeah, time out. I got to stop the momentum. All right, everybody good?
First things first, Titus, why don't you go ahead and get us going?
Evo, you speak for yourself here, but
Timeout.
It's my timeout. It's my timeout.
Double timeout.
All right. Yes, Connor.
these are, by the way, allegations.
Of what?
What are you talking about?
What are you doing?
You keep talking in this coded language. Like I don't know what you're doing, dude.
Mark, seriously, I was watching the game. $1.5 million.
$1.5 million. It's a lot of money.
Imagine.
Oh, thank you, Cody.
Imagine if
you know how Cody got this job here at Barstool, by the way.
He just tripped on the wires on the microphone.
You want to know how Cody?
Imagine offering him $1.5 million to get that coffee, and he says no.
And he said no.
You'd have to feel really bad.
We got to talk football, man. We got to.
All right.
We have to. We have to.
Okay, we are.
We have to talk football.
You started.
Yeah. We got to skip what we were talking.
Was the
I don't think we can do a show today.
This is too much. It's too much.
I'll say this. Who was the guy you bet on? And we could try college basketball.
Yeah.
Who was the guy you bet on to win National Player of the Year? What was his name?
Eric Dixon.
Dixon. That's right. That was Dixon. You were. Yeah, I walked in today, and Ebo was just like, "I just want to talk Dixon," and I was like, "What?" And then you're like, "Yeah, Eric Dixon. I bet on him to win National Player of the Year." And I said, "Yeah, that's an okay bet. You know, he might be a first-team All-American. He's playing well, leading the country in scoring." Dixon's his name. Isn't that interesting? Dixon. Dixon. If you break it down,
Is that better than
Eric
Hunter Dickinson?
Dixon.
Mark, you've worked at other companies before here,
I
right?
have, yeah.
Yeah.
But none as I will say I have worked at other companies, Brandon, but I stuck my neck out and took a huge.
Is that what you stuck out?
I took a huge gamble, a huge risk coming to the cesspool that is Barstool Sports because just the behind the scenes stuff that happens at Barstool is fucking insane.
The debauchery.
Grotesque. The people in charge here at Barstool, offensive on basically every level, have no respect for women, and I still chose to work at this place, which says a lot about my character, coming from an esteemed place that I used to work, and yet I stooped to the level to now be employed by Barstool. How are we going to do this? How do we? What?
I don't know.
Has Jimmy Butler been reached for comment? Connor, you had
No, but it is pretty crazy how I brought up Joy Taylor.
What?
What are you talking about, dude?
What do you mean, Joy Taylor?
Guys,
What are you talking about?
Talking about?
Are we just gonna do the coy thing the entire time?
That's our only choice.
But
If we don't do the coy thing, we're all gonna get fired.
I suppose.
Would you do the coitus thing for 1.5 million bucks?
Just should I get up?
I will say this.
I gotta sneeze.
I don't.
Okay.
Yesterday was the most reading I've done in a long time. Just as an aside, we'll get to the football, but you know, I assume a lot of us in here we have gotten to the point of our lives where we don't. It's hard to get us to sit down and read a lot
Yeah.
in one sitting.
Uh huh.
I don't know. I don't know if it was the conditions outside. Maybe the football wasn't as exciting as I was hoping it would be, but I was locked in, man. I was reading a lot.
Just tweets or legal stuff. Or,
Yeah. Just
You know what, Mark? Every now and then, and it doesn't happen that often. Every now and then, Twitter will get a topic, and it'll feed right to the funniest people we got, and it'll just be a 3-4 hour just an assault of the funny senses.
mm-hmm.
Might have happened yesterday.
It might have happened, yeah.
But it's the Lions.
Football. We do have to talk about.
You know what? Let's here. I'll do it. I got something right now. Congratulations to Mark Titus, the first ever winner. What? What?
What do you think about it? Brandon Walker, to be from Mississippi. We don't talk enough about Brandon Walker being on a daily sport. To be a Mississippi man, to be a dumb redneck on a daily sports show, and still show up to work every day, take his lumps. We get on him all the time. We're like, yeah, this is the job for the coastal elites, man. You can't be from Mississippi. You got to be from New York or L.A. to be talking sports every day. And Brandon Walker shows up to work every single day as a white man from Mississippi, and we don't talk about that enough. So kudos to Brandon Walker. It's been a joy. Working with you, and been a joy doing the show with you. And
Thank you.
Again, I'm going to smell my fingers one more time as I. What do we do?
There are
Connor?
people who are so
Connor, what do we
confused
do?
by this.
Yeah, I know. There are
And
a lot
that's
of people-
why-
probably my parents watch the show. They're probably like, "What the hell is going on right now?"
We can't just
I tried.
say briefly
What?
what we're talking about without saying anything bad.
He is shouting me
I
out
was shouting out Brandon
for being for being a success story from Mississippi, and I thank you, Mark.
Yeah.
There's just so many people confused right now.
Well,
Go ahead, Connor. Tell the people what we're talking
what
about.
are we talking about? What are we
Well,
talking
now
about
I
today,
feel
Connor?
like I'm not supposed to say
No.
it.
You can say it. You can say
Yeah.
it. Go ahead. Tell everybody. It's not that big of a deal. Everyone saw it. Everyone.
Yeah,
knows.
they were-
Just
Yeah,
say-
you
break
can-
all the details.
You can start. You tell the people about what exactly we're talking about. I gotta go for a while. You want to go out in the hall while he talks about this? Maybe just leave him in here by himself and let him.
There were allegations
Yeah, we'll
made
shut
yesterday
up.
about
The
a
floor is yours.
certain company that we've alluded to.
Well, now you're.
If you're
being
gonna
coy.
say it,
If you're gonna
say it.
You have
and,
to say
yeah,
it.
you're-
and workplace culture and possible sexual. But again, allegations.
That didn't
You didn't
clear
even- you didn't
anything
clear it up at all.
You didn't say what the allegations are.
Because now you guys are getting me all self-conscious.
Then why did you
You're
step
the one
up?
you're the one that said we have to say what we're talking about, and then you said
But
nothing.
I
You made it
said
more
that
confusing.
if anybody who's confused about what we're doing, if they want to go and look at, allegations, other company that we've already said, like, they'll get it. They could go do the reading themselves.
But that was so unnecessary for you to say that. You were just basically like, if you're confused, go continue to be confused.
You're also doing the opposite of what it looked like you were trying to do. You wanted to take the bull by the horns and say, "This is what's going on over
Fill
there."
in our audience. Tell everybody what's going on.
I was
what we're alluding to.
I was going to. It's the Fox stuff that's going on at Fox right now.
Yeah,
I was going to say it, but then I saw that Jack Mack didn't make a TikTok about it, and I said, "Oh, well, maybe I shouldn't."
we
Because
shouldn't
if
talk
Jack
about
Mack's
this, yeah.
avoiding this topic, then maybe I should as well.
Yeah.
But that would have been a killer Jack Mac video, by the way.
It's got to be in the works.
If he's putting one out, I can't wait to see it. And yeah, you guys can go see that when it comes out if it does.
So,
all of that.
So anybody that's not clued in still has no idea. You just said the Fox stuff. So I mean, people are still.
But it's also again, allegations, and you don't want to spread stuff as if it's true.
Oh, there was. Don't do that joke, Brandon.
All right, thank you for clearing that up, Connor. It's very helpful.
It's just we're at the end of the holiday season, right?
Mm-hmm.
And no, I won't let myself do it. Okay,
You can't do it.
I can't.
You can't do it.
Um,
we'll move on to something
Yeah,
else.
can I just write it out to you, and then you just tell me if I can do it or not. Da 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 da.
Yeah, of course. Of course, we were all doing it.
Congratulations to Mark Titus, winner of the first Indy 500. How about that?
Indy 500, yeah.
You won the Indy 500, the season-long competition, 33-35, and might I say, without a Hail Mary from the Commanders to beat the Bears,
perfect.
you would have been 34-34.
And you know what's crazy, Brandon, is there are people out there, and you won't believe this, but I swear to you there are. There are people out there that will tell you, I don't know football. There are people that will tell you, just shut the fuck up about football, buddy.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're talking about.
I say that to you often.
Yeah. And here we are. My high school team won the state championship. My college team's on the precipice of a national championship, and I won the Indy 500. You show me a more successful year of being associated with great football than that. High school championship, Indy 500, could potentially maybe, we'll see, winning a national championship. That is a fucking all-time run.
Connor, what went wrong? You were right there with him for a while.
I just had a disaster last week, I think. Like the Patriots won. That was a big one that could have helped swing in my favor. And then Commanders coming back to beat the Cowboys was also a big one. Yeah, I don't know. It was just a disaster week. How
do we feel?
Some losses.
I
didn't get them.
I don't think Brandon Walker knew the assignment.
Yeah, you were dreadful. How do we feel about the Indy 500 this year? I thought it went well. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed winning.
I envisioned it being bigger.
Yeah.
It's like Carl Ham. I envisioned. God damn you. Hold on. Just.
What was that, TJ?
Connor, tell the people what we're talking about because they're so confused.
You can read an article if you'd like.
There were allegations made yesterday that Skip Bayless, like there was a sexual harassment lawsuit filed by a former Fox hairstylist against Skip Bayless. And within that, there was some really crazy stuff about Joy Taylor. Again, allegations. So I'm not saying this definitively happened, but who knows? Maybe.
Name your.
No, the allegations did come out.
Yeah, the allegations.
The allegations did happen. So
Yes.
Say,
Yeah.
Like, what are your top 2 or 3 allegations?
Yeah. Give me your list of allegations in order.
Give me the in the order of you're just like whoa.
I mean, yeah.
Is it the 1.5?
Not even that. No.
Wow.
Not the 1.5. I mean, it's the Joy Taylor. But again, can I say this?
I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see. We'll find out together in real time.
I support.
This will be fun.
I support women in sports media, and I hope this isn't true. What came out yesterday, because I have a lot of respect for women in sports media, and that would be a shame if what happened was true.
Well, and people don't know this. TJ got his job as the Mostly Sports producer in this exact same way.
It's true.
In this exact same way. Now, we did put a weight loss clause in there because he was kind of disgusting at first. But, he's here. And
In what way? Connor might have to fill me in here.
Wait a minute.
You're not exactly using.
Hold on.
You're not exactly using specifics. But in what way?
Hold on. You just wearing that?
Wearing what?
You just wearing the toboggan? You just wearing the beanie? You just wearing
Toboggan.
Yeah, I'm wearing the toboggan on my head.
You wearing toboggan?
Yeah.
Toboggan.
That's what we call it down south. Just let's all relax. You just wearing that?
Yeah, we're chained up too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that, Mark. Yeah.
We're chained up.
Connor challenged my place as the cool guy on the couch, and I had to fucking respond. I had to counterpunch.
And this is what you came with?
Yeah, beanie and
The Orioles beanie?
beanie fucking double.
You know what?
chained
I'm
up.
tired of hiding it. We
Like-
do call it a toboggan, and beanie's a stupid name for it.
Isn't a toboggan like a sled?
It's whatever you
I
want.
thought a
to be.
toboggan was a sled as well. All right, I'm gonna read an ad and then we're gonna talk football.
Yes.
Everybody,
we all agree.
toboggan's a sled, dude. That's what I thought.
We all agree. We all
agree. Okay.
Are we all on board?
I'm gonna read. We did 25 minutes. Okay, we had our fun.
Yeah.
We were spreading joy all around the room. Everyone's laughing. Everyone's having a good time. But it's time to lock in and talk football, Brandon. Right? We weren't gonna do it. I had to do it. So all right.
You're right. You're right.
We gotta talk about the football.
All right.
This year there's nothing holding you back from loving your hair again. Hair is so much more. Hair is so much more than what you see on the surface. It's a reflection of what's happening inside. Let Nutrafol target the key root causes of your thinning hair and help you grow stronger, healthier strands from within. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand trusted by over 1 million people. See thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol. Thinning hair is different for men and women. So a one-size-fits-all approach to hair growth doesn't cut it. Nutrafol has multiple formulas for men and women that are tailored to different life stages and lifestyle factors, so you can get just what you needed. While some supplements rely solely on ingredient studies, Nutrafol clinically tests final formulations to ensure that their efficacy.
Efficacy?
Say that.
Efficacy?
Efficacy. Building a hair growth routine is simple. Purchase online, no prescription required, automated deliveries, and free shipping keep you on track. Start your hair growth journey with Nutrafol. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter promo code MOSTLY. Find out why over 4,500 healthcare professionals and stylists recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com. Promo code MOSTLY. Nutrafol.com. Promo code MOSTLY. There we go. Nutrafol.com. Is a toboggan a hat or a sled? What's the debate?
That's what we call them toboggans down south. I'm sorry, it's not my fault. We also call grocery carts buggies.
How does this happen? How do we get a?
I don't know.
How does one word describe both a sled and a hat?
Toboggan too. Like it's not a normal word.
Yeah.
So it's a weird word, but that's we call it a toboggan down south. Sorry, it's fine.
All right.
Everybody,
We're good.
everybody relax.
We got it out of us. We got it out of our system.
Yes.
We got it.
All
right.
Yes.
Talk football.
All right.
Please.
No, football.
This is
Football.
mostly sports.
I'm going to start.
This isn't mostly bullshit.
But I'm going to start.
Mostly sports, goddamn.
Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to start first. Then you'll go. Maybe Connor. We'll just pass it around.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
We agree to pass it around. We agree
Right.
together.
We're starting with the oldest guy first, and then we're working our way down.
If that's how it goes, yeah.
Okay.
We good?
Yeah. The
Lions.
the Lions. We'll start with the guy whose headshot makes you go, huh?
All right.
We'll start with
Let's all.
start
all
with
right.
that guy first.
Scouts honor, but the
then-
Scouts honor, the honor code, honor system right here. Who's going to be able to continue and actually do this show, and who can't?
Wait.
I'm on the fence.
Are we raising
on
our
the
hand for can't or can?
Yeah.
If you cannot do this, tell me now.
We can do this. We can do this.
We got it.
We can do. TJ,
All right.
put a clock up. We got to do 10 minutes of football talk.
All right, here we go.
We all got.
Dixon.
We'll all do 10 minutes of football talk. 10 minutes. We can do 10 minutes, and then we can get back to what. Okay. 10 minutes. Here we go. The clock is started. Go ahead, Brandon.
The Detroit Lions are the #1 seed in the National Football Conference.
Mm-hmm.
And Gerard Mayo got fired from the New England Patriots.
That happened.
I have a real take there with Gerard Mayo. When these coaches get fired in 1 year, sometimes I see it coming. I didn't see it coming with Gerard Mayo. I didn't know that there were problems. I didn't know they hated him that much.
I would agree with that. I think the fans hated him, but I didn't realize the organization did to that extent. That they fired him before the game was even over. It felt like.
Yeah, well, it felt like he knew he was getting
I was,
fired.
like I was watching the Broncos Chiefs, I think, and it was like in the first quarter they said he just got fired. Like, it was like it happened right away, right?
Yeah, it happened immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And of course,
Crazy.
they won the game yesterday, and they didn't get the number 1 pick. So, hot take. I don't think this year's a year where the number 1 pick has all that much value. I think it's fine. You get to pick before everybody else, but I don't think Shedeur Sanders or Cam Ward are slam dunk number ones.
Do we expect a quarterback to get number 1 as it stands right now?
I think the combine's gonna be brutal for these guys.
Yeah, the combine might get brutal. But if you're going on it right now, right? Like this isn't my opinion. I'm just trying to gather the mock draft guys. They seem to think that it is the quarterbacks at the top of the mock drafts.
Well,
but the Patriots don't need a quarterback.
No,
they got 2 great ones.
Right, and even it. Okay. Listen.
They got two great quarterbacks.
Listen. Are you on board or not? Okay. All right. Connor, thoughts?
Yeah, Joe Milton's a really good quarterback.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to eat that.
Oh yeah, you got to eat your hat, dude.
I don't have to eat a hat yet.
You have to eat Big T's hat.
I don't have to eat a hat. So what I said was, if Joe Milton ever starts 3 games in a row in the National Football League, I have to eat his hat. We knew that something like yesterday could happen. The guy has these spurts of.
You're not. You're nervous.
No, I'm fine. I don't want to eat Big T's hat, but I don't think what happened yesterday is anything. We know that Joe Milton every now and then looks like a quarterback, and then he just doesn't.
Your mind's elsewhere, Brandon.
I'm struggling.
Your mind's elsewhere. Yeah.
Joe
We have 7.5 minutes left. We can get through this.
He was slinging that thing around yesterday.
No, Ebo, no.
Well, how come he doesn't get a talking?
7.5 minutes. We got 7.5 minutes. We got to lock back in. The Lions beat the hell out of the Vikings.
They did.
How shocking was this? Because everyone was expecting high scoring game. The Lions defense was incredible, but as it I'm not saying I saw it coming, but as it unfolded, I was like, why wasn't this obvious the whole time that the Lions are just better than the Vikings? They already played once. The Lions beat them. The Lions have the Vikings have Justin Jefferson, who's probably the best player on either one of these teams, but then the Lions, to me, across
might
the
be
board,
the best player on earth. Yeah.
The Lions across the board have way more weapons and way more talent to me.
Well, I think what it showed was
and it was on full display last night.
the Vikings had a good record this year and did a great job, but ultimately when it comes down to it in a close game or in the playoffs, you think Sam Darnold's outdoing some of these guys? Because last night Sam Darnold was just missing, and Goff was missing too early, and then with Jahmyr Gibbs, when the Lions picked Jahmyr Gibbs number 12, I believe, or maybe number 8. No, Bijan was 8. Jahmyr Gibbs was 12. Yeah. They picked him number 12, and people are like, "What? You're picking a running back there?" This guy's fucking amazing.
He's awesome. Yeah,
he is fantastic. He's exactly what they need, exactly what they use. Their draft of I think it went Gibbs, Laporta, somebody, and then Branch is one of the great drafts of all time.
Did Kevin O'Connell get in his head about going up against Dan Campbell? Did Dan Campbell alpha Kevin O'Connell with the the 4th down attempts? That you think if he's playing against any other coach, he doesn't do that, but he's trying to out Campbell.
But I think he knew he had the plays. The plays were available to him.
Yeah,
he had play. There was that one possession inside the 5. I think after the turnover, right? After they had the intentional grounding that wasn't.
That should have been a safety.
And then he threw the pick, and it's 1st and 10 in the 11. And on that possession, I think Darnold missed 3 guys in a row.
Was that the Justin Jefferson? It was the same guy.
The 3, yeah. It was. He threw it to the back of the end zone. Jefferson needs to catch up.
I'm glad you said because Darnold wasn't good. Darnold was missing throws like crazy, and the pressure was rattling him. But what makes Justin Jefferson so good is that he's the eraser of all the problems, and he can solve. Just throw it up there, and I'll fix everything for you.
Yeah,
he was just not doing that. There were a couple that a lesser receiver you don't expect to catch, but Justin Jefferson, you're like. I am kind of surprised you didn't make that catch.
Did you see the post-game handshake?
No. Between Campbell and O'Connell. You're talking about that where he said he'll see you in 2 weeks?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that's
like
cool.
That.
Is that trash talk? Is that encouragement? How do you?
No, I think
how do you classify that?
I think that's. I'm sure the Rams and the Rams fans take it a certain way, but there's 6 of them, so who cares? But that's just respect. All right, we beat you tonight, but I know you're going to go out there and handle business, and we'll see you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you interpreted it as we're going to do this again to you.
Yeah, I'm about to
beat your ass again in 2 weeks. You thought you were done with me? You thought
Kind of like it better that way. If
yeah.
he said it like
If
that.
any part of you was like,
Yeah.
oh, thank God we don't have to play this team anymore. I
Yeah.
got news for you. You're coming back.
See
in
your
2
bitch
weeks.
ass in 2 weeks.
You're gonna beat your bitch ass in 2 weeks.
Let's see. NFL. Okay.
Where are we at, TJ? 4 minutes ago.
The main thing, like
You can do a lot of things in 4 minutes.
Darnold's timing was thrown off a lot. He was not on point. Jefferson dropped some passes he normally gets. But that Lions defense, with all the injuries that they've had on that side of the ball, and they were ferocious, and they were shutting them down in the red zone. What was it, 4 times, 5 times? They stalled the Vikings in the red zone. It was.
I think it was 0 for 4.
Over 4. Well, I mean, they wound up, kicking some field goals in there. But in terms of keeping Minnesota out of the end zone, obviously they didn't score a single touchdown all game. It was a gutsy defensive performance from the Lions. And,
Jefferson wasn't getting open really.
Yeah.
It's like he was. I mean, they were kind of. There was great defense. Yeah.
No, it was awesome. And
Darnold was not good, but I think that's pretty obvious. But then on top of it, like, yeah.
Do you think
dudes just like weren't open? You're getting pressured.
Yeah. Do you think that lingers
Crazy
for the Vikings? They view this performance from Sam Darnold and use it to judge how they want to move forward as a franchise?
I get the
alone.
sense they're moving forward anyway. That seems to be what Are you all right, Brandon?
Struggling.
I get the sense they're gonna move on from him anyway.
Who?
But
From who?
From Darnold.
From
Yeah, that makes
from
sense.
Darnold.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah. So, the NFL.
But yeah, like that certainly didn't help last night. And barring like a run to the Super Bowl where Darnold's like carrying him on his back, I think that's just gonna what you saw last night. Like Sam Darnold,
tough to watch.
He's not bad.
No.
But yeah, when you're trying to get over that hump, and then you also ask yourself the question of like, will J.J. McCarthy is he as good as Sam Darnold? Like, maybe J.J. McCarthy's not elite either, but if all things being equal, you might as well put in the young guy, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let Sam Darnold go cash check somewhere else.
So we got the Rams and the Vikings coming up.
We do.
We have Commanders and Tampa. I'm gonna say it, Tampa. We have Eagles and Packers. And how are you feeling about that, Connor?
I feel solid. The Packers.
I feel solid.
Yeah.
That just sounded weird.
Feel solid. Rock solid. The Packers got I wasn't making a joke like that. The Packers got pretty banged up yesterday actually in their game. Stop. I'm not saying it.
That's a foul.
He's-
That's a foul.
That's
a foul.
TJ.
I'm not saying it to
Foul.
tee you guys up for it. I'm saying they got dinged up. They got hurt yesterday.
What's he doing?
And I think we're coming in really, really healthy. The backups for the Eagles played a great game yesterday, and I think we have good mojo going into the playoffs. So I'm excited. And we already beat them once this year in Brazil.
Where?
Brazil.
Where?
Brazil.
Just say half of it.
Braz?
Who in the NFC do we like then? The Lions.
I am
obviously.
crippled with how much I'm rooting for the Lions.
Where do you draw the cutoff of teams that can come out of the
But
NFC? Who's making the Super Bowl?
I don't.
Lions.
With their defensive injuries, I don't think they're like this. They're not like it's Lions and everybody else. I do think so. The Lions can make it. All right. The Eagles can make it. The Vikings can make it. And I think I cut it off there.
It's just those three.
Yeah, I don't. And Vikings, I might be being charitable there, but I don't like. I don't really like Tampa at that level. I don't like the Commanders at that level, and I don't really the Rams as well.
The Packers were swept by the Lions and the
Packers went 1-5 against the division.
against the division. Yeah.
Right. The Bears and the Packers have the
So
same record in the NFC North.
The Packers are good, but also
Not as good as those two teams.
yeah, you're gonna have to beat. The Packers are gonna have to beat the Eagles.
But the Packers are always annoying in the playoffs. They're always capable of ruining some.
What was that?
Bobby the Brain.
Bobby the Brain just fell.
Bobby the Brain.
Huh.
I need. I need another picture. Can somebody give me some brain?
Brandon.
What?
Brandon. Oh.
Yeah. What do you mean? Banged up? You're just going to say banged up?
Connor.
I've been working over here trying to do a Tampa Bayless joke for the whole time, but you just do banged up?
You guys, call me the horny one on this show.
Have we ever called you that at all?
Yes. Several times. Just saying.
Name 3.
I mean, when it comes to female pop stars,
Well,
when it comes,
that's we just say objective
We are the
truths. Yeah,
we are the only two confirmed sex havers on the show.
it's true.
Yeah, that is true.
Wives have been pregnant.
The others are just allegations.
How many wives do we have in the room, by the way? Just the two of us? What's a typical? How many wives is?
Stop.
Stop.
Time out.
How many wives-
He's asking questions, guys.
How many-
Time out.
How many
Full
wives?
time
How
out.
many wives is standard for a podcast?
Time out.
We have two. We have two, I think.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I don't know how many. I don't know, man. I don't know. You want to read an ad or something, Brand? I don't know what we do today because that
Mark, he put out a selfie video and he kept
smelling. I don't know what we do, man. We got to be professionals. Be a fucking pro, man. Be a pro.
You know what we need,
Bro.
and I'm going to read an ad in a minute. We do need to rip the Band-Aid off. Connor, just straight-faced read an article about this and just tell us what's going on. Because nobody knows.
Find the best summary of what all this is.
And you read it, and we're not going to react. We're not going
won't
to talk. We're just going to put it out there. And it's not our words. It's like
and then we'll move on. Maybe.
I'll find something.
after I tell you about my friend, somebody I hate, actually. I hate Steven Singer. It's time to talk about our friend Steven Singer from Steven Singer Jewelers. Yes, the I hate Steven Singer guy. You've seen his billboards or heard him on the radio. But who hates him? Well, other jewelers hate him. Why? Because Steven has the #1 gift for Valentine's Day, and I'm excited to tell you about it. Are you listening right now? Picture it. A real long stem American Beauty rose, preserved to last a lifetime and lavishly and deeply dipped in pure 24-karat gold. Steven's 24-karat gold dip roses start at just $59. His beautiful Valentine's Day red rose won't wilt or die and is the perfect pick for your first rose. The gift is unique, sentimental, and lasts a lifetime, guaranteed. Add your own personalized love message in Steven's signature gift box and ship for free. And if you're a collector, check out Steven's brand new exclusive Peacock Teal Rose. Go now to IHateStevenSinger.com for real roses dipped and trimmed in real gold from a jeweler you can trust. Steven Singer Jewelers. That's IHateStevenSinger.com.
Connor?
There's no summary to just read off. It's a full article.
All of Skip's muscle selfies that he puts out on Twitter, because you just know he sent those as
Oh, yeah.
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 He sent those via text. Was definitely a caddy.
And I don't watch this. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
You haven't always worked at Barstool. You've worked other companies
Yeah.
again, right?
I did. Yeah.
Any
That's why I don't want to talk about it.
you ever get your hair done? Anything ever happen to you?
I don't want to talk about it. No comment. Right, Connor?
Right. Serious question outside of this. Did you get hair and makeup when you would go on TV?
You are so much the white Stephen J.
No, when you would go on TV or you would make like TV hits, would you sit down and somebody would?
No, because I worked for the digital branch and we were just a joke.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
I think I could have had it if I would have.
You could have,
really,
bartered for it in your contract. or
Yeah,
something.
I could have. If I really wanted, I could have. But I didn't. Yeah, I was like, I don't see the point. I don't know what would hair and makeup do for me.
Yeah, true.
So
Well,
Brandon,
just getting
eat it.
Just getting
Eat it.
speaking of Fox Sports, this is the second. That story is the second biggest story in our world.
Mm-hmm.
Connor fucked up our chances of getting Brady.
No, I did not fuck up the chance.
Yeah.
All right, now everything's all fun and games, but Connor, you have ruined our chances to get Brady Quinn on.
How do I ruin the chances?
Because I wanted. We've got Notre Dame and Penn State this
Yeah.
week, do we not? We have
We
a
do.
college football playoff semifinals. Oh my God, we got Ohio State, Texas. Is there anybody that played at Texas we could get from Fox?
Oh my God.
James Jones?
I don't think so. I know I'm bigger than that. This is going to be a defensive game. I want like a real.
You wanna bring a Texas guy on and have some uncomfortable conversations?
Yeah, I do. We really got.
Yeah.
We got to talk about this.
Yeah, like just really get into it.
Really get into it. I mean, get into it. Anyway,
I don't know. I'll think on that.
Put him on the couch.
so we wanted Brady Quinn
Yeah.
about Notre Dame and Penn State.
I wanted it more than anybody.
I've been talking. I've been talking to some people with Brady Quinn's camp. I think Mark reached out. And
Multiple people in his
I
camp.
think we had it very close. So we were right there, and then you just aggressively DM'd him on Twitter.
I never DM'd him on Twitter. I mean, I had a conversation with him months ago, and we exchanged DMs there. But I did not DM him this time around. I tweeted it out because Mark told me to. And then he responded to me and said, sorry, I can't make it. None of the times work. But again,
did he mention not being able to make it because you're on the show?
No. When he and I talk, like, it's very cordial. And I respect him as a broadcaster. I think he's a very good broadcaster.
Yeah.
Then when he goes and trolls Penn State fans, that's where I take issue.
You said earlier this year, you said you fucking hate when he's on.
No, I never
I think
said
you
that.
did say that.
You said
I
you
never
hate
said that.
him calling games.
Correct.
You hate
definitely
He's
said
never,
this.
no.
You hate everything about him.
No. Because he never calls the Penn State games.
No, I know.
Do the
Just calling
pregame
games
show,
in
sure.
general. Yeah, like the
I'm
calling
No.
NFL games or
No.
his entire existence.
I'm honestly,
Called him the worst person at Fox.
I don't think I've ever seen him call a game personally. So I have nothing against him except for the fact that he goes after Penn State fans, and I just don't, I don't know.
Well,
I don't know if he gets that part of it.
Yeah, I share mutual friends with him, and I was reaching out to them like to get Brady on the show.
That would have been awesome.
And they told me he's like, I don't know, he's kind of he's like, who's the redhead that's like that wants it too badly? It's a little weird.
Yeah, it's a little off-putting.
Ebo's the one who has a man crush on him.
Oh,
yeah,
just throwing
and
Ebo in.
yeah. Well, first of all, I'm insulted that you don't have a man crush on Brady Quinn. He's face of Notre Dame Fighting Irish from 2004 to 2006.
Sure.
Legend. I didn't have cable, so all I watched was NBC. And
so you were poor. Yeah.
I'm a propagandist. I love Brady Quinn. I love the fight song. I love the gold helmets. I love it all. And the fact that you would derail my childhood dream, it hurts. It hurts.
I did nothing to, and again,
He specifically said, if Connor's off the show, I'll come on the show.
no, he did not.
So anyway,
I would leave.
Anyway, for everyone watching and listening, like we tried the dream is dead. I would have loved that Brady on too, because I think like we would have Brandon, calm down, Brandon. Yeah, we would have put Connor in the torture chamber. I mean,
Yeah.
we would have fucking run circles around you.
Maybe you can come in on like Monday or something.
Yeah, maybe.
I would love a post game, even if Penn State loses. If we could get him after the game, like that'd be great.
I'll reach out.
I want him on the show. I think it'd be great.
All right.
Unfortunately, the reality is he's never going to be on the show if you're on the show.
I'll leave the show and he can do this segment, and then I can come back in after the segment's over. But I think for the most part we're okay.
Mark, what's the point of any of this?
I don't know, man.
I don't
know.
When you decided to come to the misogynistic, sexist hellhole that is Barstool,
Right.
Where women get treated like
shit, dude.
like shit.
They're not even people. They're just objects.
Did you have anybody from any other companies being like, you shouldn't go there because they're bad people?
Mm-hmm. I had a lot of that. Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
Oh, a lot of that, and they were right because
Yeah. Correct.
every other company is great, and we're the only bad one. All that for okay. Tyreek Hill, I guess we could talk about that. Tyreek Hill wants out of Miami.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on with Miami?
It must be a bad place to live.
What's going on with Miami in general?
It might not be as cool as we
make it
people
out to
that
be?
don't live in Miami think it is.
To me, yeah, making millions of dollars to play a children's game and live in Miami seems like pretty much the best life you could possibly imagine. But for some reason, Jimmy Butler and now Tyreek Hill are both like, I got to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
As soon as possible.
Jimmy Butler, and Big Cat said it, but Jimmy Butler is making he's a $100 millionaire living in Miami, and he wants to find his joy again. Find his happiness again.
Find his happiness.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Got joy on the brain. Oh.
You all right, Brandon?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Do you think Miami's too vapid of a lifestyle?
I'm sorry, what?
Just without true meaningful reward in life.
There's no fulfillment.
Yeah, there's no true fulfillment. It's just all
Still
just
dead
IG
inside.
models.
I'm not
chasing tail.
I'm not generalizing here, or I'm not just making sweeping assumptions of a whole league. But isn't the point of getting to the NBA to live a vapid lifestyle?
One would think.
I would love to be vapid. I'd be vapid as fuck.
That's why I didn't play in the NBA. I didn't want that lifestyle.
You did not want to be
I wanted
vapid.
to
You'd be
a family
vapping
man.
off down there?
I'd be vapping off all the time.
I wanted to be a family man. That's what I had in mind for myself.
I think just in general with Miami, there's a lot of incompetence in that organization. And
The Dolphins or the Heat? Because the Heat have been
Dolphins. Sorry, yeah, the Dolphins.
It is weird with Jimmy Butler. Like they built that whole Heat culture bullshit around him,
Right.
Around him buying in and then playing a style of basketball, and now that's all gone.
all gone.
The Heat culture is like Riley and the rest of them are still there and they're still doing it. So Butler just turned out to be a massive fraud.
I would say so. Yeah, I would say so. Tyreek Hill also a fraud when you say I want to be on a competitive football team, and the Kansas City Chiefs won 2 Super Bowls the last 2 years after you left,
That is true.
and you were on the Chiefs.
He was on the most competitive.
You were on the
football
best team in NFL maybe ever,
team.
the best run of NFL football ever played.
And you wanted the
You
ball
said-
more. Or what did he want? He just
Want
wanted more money.
Yeah,
Wanted more
he's like, I want more money, and then he got money, and then he's like, I thought about it. I want to win and
Yeah.
get more money at the same time. I want to be on the best team, but also be the highest paid guy.
I
I don't know what he wants. Yeah, it's crazy.
I also don't think I think the Dolphins did okay by Tyreek Hill. Like I understand they missed the playoffs this year, but they were what?
No, I was backing you up. Like, weren't they like funneling him the ball? Like
They were
like,
doing
they're
that.
just
They
giving
were in the
away-
playoffs last year. They have a quarterback whose sole job is to seemingly get Tyreek
Get
Hill
him
the
the
ball.
ball, yeah.
The quarterback got hurt. Like I understand that you want to be in better situation, but it wasn't the Dolphins' fault that you didn't get that situation this year.
Yeah, they're not the best organization, and they lost to the Jets in the season. And anytime you lose to the Jets, you do probably have some sort of soul searching moment.
Yeah.
Anytime the New York Jets beat you, I'm sure you go home and you're just like, what is life, man? What am I doing here? But yeah, and given where he came from, and then what he says he wants, it's just very bizarre.
Yeah.
It's all bizarre. And then on the heels of Jimmy Butler, it makes you think maybe Miami, not the nice of a place to live after all.
Well, let me ask you. I don't know what Jimmy Butler's age is. Tyreek Hill is got to be right at 30, 31. I don't know.
30.
He's 30.
Mhm.
With the way he plays and his size, how much life does he have as a number one, top 5 receiver in the league? How much life has he got left? Because he wasn't really that this year.
Mm-mm.
And I know they went through quarterback problems, but even when Tua was on the field, it wasn't like Tyreek Hill played his most outstanding football of his career. He seems like he's on the back half of it. Remember when Odell Beckham, there was a while where his dramatics where you had to put up with him because he was so good.
Right.
And then it became not as worth it. I think Tyreek Hill is dangerously close to that line.
You're probably right.
Mhm.
He's probably right.
Jimmy Butler, 35, by the way.
Whoa.
Yeah.
He plays that
I
stuff.
thought he was 32, 33 maybe. Maybe 34. But 35?
He plays
Whoa.
if you're a contender, right? You look at the kind of basketball he played 5 years ago, and you want him. Hustle, selflessness, everything about him screams winning basketball.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also a guy who just wore out his welcome in Miami and wants to be traded because he's a malcontent.
He was supposed to be the antithesis of the typical NBA
Yeah.
diva. Like he doesn't he have like quotes of like, I don't want to be friends with these guys, I want to fucking kill them all and whatever. And as a dumbass consuming the NBA, I see all that and I'm like, finally a guy that's not here to be buddy with the guy lined up across from him. And then more time went on, and you're like starting to realize that Jimmy Butler is just as big of a diva as everyone else, just in a different way.
Well, one of my favorite stories ever was Jimmy Butler going at Karl Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins in practice, and he was just saying they were too soft.
Yeah,
I loved
it. Yeah, I was like,
that.
This is awesome. I want more of this out of the NBA players. And I can't like the Heat aren't that bad. I don't know what I'm sure I don't know what goes on behind closed doors and all that, but like it's not like he's on the Pelicans right now and he's like, I got to get the hell out of here. You're living in Miami. You're playing for a team that's going to make the playoffs. I don't get it.
So where could he land? Look, Connor, I think a place like Philadelphia, him going to Philly and being putting him on the Sixers and being kind of the adult in the room, that would work, right?
That would be good. That would be good shit.
I struggle so much with Jimmy Butler because there was some of that diva tendency. And yes, while the organization did prioritize Ben Simmons over him. I still think part of that was Jimmy Butler and his exit. So I struggle with him. That being said, him on the Sixers that year in 2019 was awesome. It was awesome. Or 2018. I would love to have him back if there was a way.
I think we both agree that the Couch Boys are the future of this show and this business, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're there for a reason.
Absolutely.
They're the heartbeat of this show. Statistics tell me that they're both going to be breakout stars, and statistics tell me one of them is going to end up being a huge diva.
That's true.
Which do you think it might be? Who's going to be the biggest problem?
Connor would be the favorite.
Yeah.
But I think Ebo has the temperament for it.
Yeah,
I
Ebo
think-
kind of that baseball thing kind of unlocked a little bit
Yeah.
of Ebo.
I think Ebo has more of the temperament. I think cool guy Ebo is,
Yeah.
I got a little Jekyll and Hyde.
I worry about cool guy Ebo.
I got a Jekyll and Hyde situation.
I worry about Ebo being more of like a Jokic type where the Nuggets have to be worried every offseason of Jokic just being on his horse farm and being like, fuck basketball, man, I don't need this shit.
Well,
I got other shit going on. And I feel like Ebo's not going to try to go work for Pardon My Take or anything.
Yeah.
Step up to the big leagues and look for a bigger opportunity. I could just see Ebo just being like, come on, man, I don't need this shit. I'm getting out of the game. I'm just going to go post up at a bar somewhere and
Ebo, what can we
be
do
cool and shit.
to make sure that you stay the same level, Ebo? Put a dollar amount. How much would we have to give you to stay the same and not, and act right?
Well, I'd want to earn it.
Mm-hmm.
It'd have to be some sort of like I'd return something in favor for. I'd give you some sort of favor
Some
for the
favor in return for
yeah.
yeah.
Some allotment of money. Maybe it'd have to be at least 7 figures.
Oh yeah, we're talking serious.
We also, when it comes to,
What do you?
go ahead, Brandon.
I'll take 1.5.
No deal.
Can I just ask a hypothetical?
Yeah, hypothetical.
Into the void. Nobody
Yeah,
has to
yeah,
answer it.
Yeah.
What if you offered somebody at $1.5 million for that and they said no? How repulsive do you have to be?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That would be a blow to the ego. I would have to imagine. I would have to imagine that's a blow to the ego. Well, I mean, I want to talk about other stuff, but I my mind is.
I blame Ebo. If he had put it on the prep sheet, I'd be able to look at it and I'd know it. But the fact it's not on the prep sheet, it's just floating around in my mind.
Mm-hmm. And Connor, tell the people again. Like, just fill everybody in.
Right. If we're at the top of the hour, Connor.
So now's the time.
If you're just now joining.
What time do those shows go on, by the way? The other shows. The
Later
shows
in the
that.
afternoon.
What time is it?
I thought it was morning.
You think they're talking about this in The View this morning?
What time? What time's the
The Speak show.
Oh, it's on right now.
No, it's not.
2 minutes left in the show.
No
Yeah,
shit?
it is, right? I thought it was at 11
It's
Eastern.
on
too.
right now.
The facility, right?
Oh, so nobody's.
Oh, no.
no, not the facility.
that's his show.
Well, who's
though.
on what?
the Speak.
Who's Speak?
Who's on first? I think the Speak show goes on later in the afternoon.
What time's that? I gotta watch that.
I think 3:30 Central. I think.
Yeah, it's on at 3. Yeah, it's on at 3 or 4 o'clock.
I know that from the deleted video that somebody posted. Anyway.
So we got 2 hours with Colin Cowherd, who's unproblematic, and then we have
Shout out Cowherd, by the way.
How did he get
first things first.
Shout out
run.
Cowherd.
How did he get that in the report or in the whole thing? Like that was a masterclass from Colin Cowherd to like slit just by the way, I'm a good guy. Like that's very that's masterfully done.
That's
Just in case anybody was wondering, I'm one of the good ones. All right, now I'm out.
That's my guy.
Yeah. All right.
You like Cowherd?
Cowherd was my like. What are you doing?
No, I'm asking.
Okay, Cowherd. When I was home during like the summers from school and like middle school and elementary school, and there was nothing on TV, I'd watch Cowherd. Like he was one of my biggest inspirations in sports broadcasting. Love Cowherd.
Really?
Yeah.
In college, I watched every day after class.
Mhm.
Really?
Yeah, every day.
Yeah.
I watched
I watched the LeVar Ball stuff live.
I was big.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was a big SVP and Rosillo guy when they were together.
Same.
Is that
Yeah.
15 years ago now?
Yeah.
It's been a while.
It's been a minute.
That was that was my daily fix. I never got into Coward. I tried, but I couldn't do it.
I like Coward. He was good at. If nothing else about Coward, the thing about him was he's really good at monologuing and talking to nobody.
Yeah.
That is, as someone who's done that, it's so fucking hard.
Yeah, it's an elite
So
skill
hard.
to have. I
And he can do
think
it.
I'm
He
the
can
only
do it.
one here that has it.
He's the GOAT talk to the void person ever.
Yeah.
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 Because he
Talking
can
to
talk
the-
for 4 hours. And
Talking to the void it'll fuck you up mentally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Challenge
did
your
that
psyche.
when I did the Titus show. Like that's why I got Tate to join me, because it's just like you're sitting there talking to nobody.
Well, you got lucky. There was another Tate.
There's
sitting
another Tate. You're talking to nobody, you just start to go insane a little bit. But Coward's like somehow just fighting through it. He's like, maybe he isn't, or maybe he's he's reached like full insanity that there's no more insane to become.
He doesn't know that he's
Yeah.
alone.
Yeah, he just is like, I've reached peak insanity, and now I can just go and not even think about this. But when I would do it, I'm just like, oh my god, who am I talking to right now? I'm just staring at a camera talking. This is weird.
He's on a very short list of people I would fanboy over completely if I ever saw.
What does that mean? What does that look like?
Yeah, but I'm also going to need a list.
And what is fanboy?
Like,
what does that mean?
Nick Foles.
I thought I was pretty good around Nick Foles.
Kind of fall apart. Oh my gosh, it's so good to meet you. It's just-
Yeah, like not be able to hold a conversation and be on the verge of like breaking down because I can't believe I'm in the same vicinity.
Give me your fanboy list.
Cowherd is up there. Saquon, LeBron.
You like Saquon?
Love Saquon. Rodrigo.
LeBron James? You talking?
LeBron. Yeah.
Rodrigo Blankenship?
I saw him recently. He was on TikTok Live putting together a Lego Star Wars.
Wait.
He's got motion on TikTok.
When you
Yeah,
said
Rodrigo
I
Blankenship.
saw him recently,
He popped up on my TikTok.
it
I didn't
seemed
see
like
him in person.
you saw him at Walgreens.
Yeah.
No. He was on TikTok Live and he was putting together. I don't know what.
Rodrigo
Lego Star Wars it
Blankenship?
was. Yeah.
Trying to get
yeah.
back in the league. Every week he does recreating the best kicking performance in the NFL this week. So he takes whoever had the best performance and then he goes out to a field, recreates the timing and the scenario, and he gets all the kicks. And
These old players and coaches just going to TikTok to try to stay relevant. We'll never get them back in a media company. That's never going to work.
That's a great idea, actually.
yeah, so like if some kicker made 8 kicks, he goes out and recreates the exact yards, tries to recreate like weather.
Should I do that
the
with
timing
like
of running on?
like Steph's biggest shots?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously it'll take me like 30 tries to hit, but we'll just take the one I made.
We didn't talk about that shot he hit against the Lakers. Was it against the Lakers? The at the end of the second quarter, the behind the back, that was stupid.
He's very good.
Is the conversation about the NBA and the 3-pointers and how the NBA is not as good as it used to be to the point where everybody just shut the fuck up?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's there now. Yeah.
I think everyone's looking for a new reason every day now, and it's just like
Yeah.
I just think
Like if you want to watch NBA, watch it. If you don't, shut the fuck up.
I just think people like Titus just talked about how they've solved the problem of basketball, and that's why you just don't like basketball.
Well,
You
people
don't like
also
perfect-
lie.
You don't like the
Like-
perfect like
People lie, and they'll say, 20 years ago it was so much better. Back in the late 90s, after Jordan and when Shaq and the final scores were 85, 83, nobody fucking liked it.
But what that is the theory that I believe the most, is that we actually don't like the players being this good.
Yeah.
The players being good actually makes the sport less interesting, because it's like you're watching like two computers play chess against each other. Or something.
Yeah.
They've
It's
mastered
just like
the
this
game.
is not. Yeah, they've mastered the game, and it doesn't make it interesting. Like the guy gets an open shot, he's going to make it. They're going to, there's no intrigue whatsoever. I think that might be what the issue is, because the players are unquestionably more talented than they've ever been.
The Celtics are kind of the embodiment of that too, right? 'Cause
Yeah, like
the Celtics, like
are,
there's nothing exciting about Tatum. It's just very businesslike, and then there's 5 other guys who can shoot at the exact same level.
yeah, they've like optimized basketball.
Yeah.
It's completely optimized, and for like the rational thinkers, they're like, why would you not love this? This is what we've been spending decades waiting for, is like a team like this. And then for like the casual basketball fan, they're like, I don't know, it's just kind of boring watching them be this good. Yeah.
Can we talk about Kim Mulkey? Because if there's anything that can make me focus and make me, I forgot every time. Okay, how about this? women's basketball, women's college basketball can tend to be a little out of sight, out of mind occasionally, right?
Yeah.
We played South Carolina yesterday. I checked in on it. We were winning by 8 at the end of the first quarter. I think we lost by 93. Anywho, every now and then Kim Mulkey just shows up in an outfit, and I'm like, yeah, forgot. I fucking hate her.
Yeah.
I can't stand it.
But
did you see what she was wearing yesterday?
is there? Is that it? That's
That was it.
Period. In a sentence.
That was it.
Everything you just said, and then I would say, but in this particular instance, I was like, all right, Kim, you got one W.
Oh, really? Giving her the W on this one.
I loved it. I loved it. Look at this.
I love it, man.
I was like, fine. You know what? Maybe I've been a little too harsh.
What the fuck is that?
Fucking insane, dude.
It was Mulkey Day.
What do you mean Mulkey Day?
It was like dressed like Kim Mulkey Day at LSU, I believe.
Oh.
Wait, the rest of the staff was dressing like that, or the fans were? Okay, now hold on. I might be able to get behind Mulkey Day as a fan thing.
And
So why did she go the opposite way?
yeah, she didn't wear the bedazzled jacket or anything.
Kind of like that one.
Oh, that one's good on the left. There we
Yeah.
go. Her basketball sweater is so absurd that I think it won me.
You think it's circled around
Yeah,
from?
I think it's like so good. It's like something that, like, if I saw that at a vintage store, I would buy it immediately and try to wear it on the show. I won't lie. I would try to wear that.
I would. Now I just want to buy that.
That's so,
If she puts that, if she were to put that up for auction, I think I would spend a lot of money
So
on that just to
absurd.
hang it in this. Who made that? And was like,
but her persona doesn't match the outfits. That's what I find fascinating. Is she is a terribly unpleasant woman.
yeah, she's tough as nails. Like she's gritty. She's all that.
But that sweater says, "I'm here for a fun time."
Yeah.
Like, I mean, this is.
I'm whimsical.
Yeah, I like to laugh at myself, and she does not.
Hello, Blutman.
William Blutman.
Blutman, we have been struggling all show with something, and I would just like to know if you'll help us out. Would you help us out?
Potentially, yes.
If I send you an article, will you read it to us?
Depending on what it is, depending on what the words consist of.
Letters.
Sure, send it to me.
Okay. Have you heard this Skip Bayless Fox thing?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. What are your give me some unfiltered thoughts real quick.
I mean, I'm under the impression nobody could talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
That's what.
Yeah,
it
but
feels
Connor.
like.
Yeah,
None of us or none of them?
Yeah,
Nobody in the world is apparently allowed to talk about
Yeah,
it.
and that's-
Especially we have a former Fox guy here, so.
and that's what we were. That's how we were handling it. And then Connor was like, "We need to talk. We need to tell the people
Right.
what you're talking about." So then we said, "Okay, go ahead, Connor." And then he kind of turtled.
No. We needed to reference what we were talking about. And then if people want to go look into it on their own, then that's fine. But go back to Liam. TJ, put the camera back on Liam.
You're the director here.
Yeah, thank you, TJ. I appreciate that.
Hey, Blutman, what would you like to talk about?
I wanted to watch a good show today, so here I am watching.
Do you want to
the
hear
show.
any? You want to hear any of my stories from when I worked at Fox?
Yeah.
And I worked on the Fox a lot, and
Yeah.
and how I got that job, and just kind of
Yeah, spill the thesis.
and kind of how I maintained that job and stuff like that.
Boy, you really moved up in that company quickly.
Oh, very quickly, very quickly. Yeah, it's too bad, Connor. You're right. It's too bad. As a fellow fan of women in sports media,
Yeah.
sucks when
Yeah.
I won't say it.
shit like this happens.
Yeah, no, I have a history of very strongly supporting women in sports media. And
What is that history?
Why is he smirking as he says?
What is that history? What is the history
look
of
at
you
that.
supporting women in sports media? Name one example.
I'll just say I was in college. I was in the Association for Women in Sports Media.
That's a history.
That's
That's a checkmate. He got.
God damn it, he's done it again.
he got you there.
Why on earth were you in the
He got you there.
Because I was a I was a freshman, and they have those involvement fairs where it's a bunch of people that have like trifolds and everything. And I was looking specifically in like sports media, like communications parts of like the job fair or the involvement fair. And there was the Association for Women in Sports Media. They said, hey, like, we also encourage guys to join the club. And, like, we have all these interviews and, like, we bring in guest speakers. And they brought in, like, Lisa Salters and
women.
Yeah, like, all these, like, prominent women in the field. And, like, I got to hear from them, and it was great. And you got to be, you know, there it is. I was in that.
You're a proud member of the Association for Women in Sports Media.
Awesome.
Penn State branch.
For a couple years.
That logo rocks.
I noticed that picture of all the Penn State chapter. That's all women.
Yeah, so this is what happened. My first year, we had like 10 guys in the club. Then the second year, it dipped down to about 5. And then junior year, I was the only one left, and I said, I'm gonna leave. Like I'm holding you guys back. I was like, I'm out.
The only guy.
Let me see that picture.
No, I went to like 2 meetings, and I'm like, okay, it's very clear that these other guys just aren't
Are
showing
you
up
in
anymore.
this? You're not in this.
No, that's a
This is
newer
less of
one.
the newer.
That's at Fox Big Noon Kickoff, though.
Oh my god! It comes full circle.
They're on the set. I
I
was.
just picture. Is there a picture of you?
Please tell me there's at least one
Is
picture.
there one picture of that group? Of
I
you
could
were there,
try.
the group of girls and you.
I could try and find one.
You're holding a sign that says "Hug me, brother."
So you said eventually you realized it took you 2 years to realize that maybe you were out of place.
No, because it started off where the president and the vice president, they were like trying to actively get guys in the club because like, yeah, like this is a group effort, you know, like it takes everybody to, you know, make a stand for women in sports media. So sure. And so I joined and I was like, this is really cool. And then progressively there wasn't as much of an emphasis to get guys in the club. Then it was just girls. And I said, there was one instance where we had like, you guys know GroupMe? Are you familiar
No.
with the app? It's like a group chat app.
Huh?
That you use
Okay.
for clubs and school. People use it a lot.
I think Fox used it.
Yeah. And one girl asked a question where she was like, I know Connor's in this group, but I have this like very female question that I need to ask to you guys. And that's when I said, okay, I'm out. I'm going to leave the group. And I left the club because I realized that, yeah.
At any point, did you look around and say, "I like this ratio"?
No, because it was never about the ratio. It was about women in
Yeah.
sports
Okay. Well,
media
that's
and
good.
the
Good
fight.
on you. That's what I mean. That's how.
Yeah.
That was the test. That was probably the real test.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
It does remind me back when I was in college. I was at our meeting of the National Association of Black Journalists, and I was like, "Hey man," and they were like, "Hey man," you know. So that's how it went.
Yeah.
That's how that.
I took a women's studies class in at Ohio State when I was a senior. I needed like X number of hours to graduate or credits or whatever,
Mhm.
and I needed like a couple electives, and I took one of those, and I was the only guy in the class.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was
Nothing wrong with it.
it was just like one semester of. I don't remember what we talked about, periods or some shit. Shopping.
Pilates.
Pilates, yeah, and like fucking salads and white wine.
Hey Blutman, USA, right?
Yeah.
We won World
That was
Juniors.
a great chant.
Yeah, USA.
That was awesome.
That chant.
USA.
That was awesome,
Really good.
dude. We won World Juniors.
Hell yeah.
Back-to-back golds, yeah.
Canada choked again.
Yeah, fuck Canada.
That's the worst Canada team of my life.
Really?
That
Yeah,
abysmal, yes. USA has a chance to three-peat gold next year
that makes sense.
playing in Minnesota, so they could do it on home soil, home ice. That'd be cool storyline.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of the game?
Oh, I was was not. I
Yeah.
pass.
I thought it was well played. I thought the craziest part to me though is I don't even really feel like we were at our best.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like it was like a B+ effort from the boys, but we still. I think that just demonstrates how good we are. But I like we didn't even play our best hockey and we still won.
Pay the players.
Which makes me feel very optimistic for the future.
Very accurate. They
As-
play the D- first 35
Yeah.
and A+ final 30-ish,
Yeah.
I would say. It
Yeah.
was, yeah.
And that makes me excited for when these boys move on to world
More than 30-ish.
world seniors,
No, world normals, right?
world normals. As
World-
we go on to
World
world
peoples.
They'll go back to their respective junior teams right now
How long will they stay juniors?
for a bit. Some
When
of
do
those
the-
guys are going to get up this year, though. Ryan Leonard
When do the sophomores
will
and
get
freshmen
up to
play?
the Capitals this year.
We haven't done a
They-
NHL talk in a second.
I said,
What
when do the sophomores and freshmen play?
can we get?
Oh, next year, of course.
Can we get the NHL standings?
Oh yeah. I can tell you something from. I have an
Pop in. I want to.
I have an on ice report. I have from the ice report.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Blackhawks terrible. I went to a game yesterday. Lost 6-2 to the Rangers.
They're literally the worst team in hockey.
They're the worst
right?
team in hockey. Yeah.
That's
They were
pretty
supposed to be
surprising.
better this year.
Yeah, I thought they were going to be like. I thought at this point in the season they would be sort of in the mix for the playoffs, and then
Nope.
as the season wore on, they would like obviously not be a playoff team.
They had a
anymore, but there was
three-game-
moment where we thought they might be in the playoffs.
They had a 3-game
They're not
home
even
winning
close.
streak like a month ago, and have lost pretty much every game 6-1 since then. Yes.
Yeah, and Foligno had just said, like, they won the game the other day. And
Uh-huh,
he said,
the
time to go
fans.
back and play Blackhawks hockey.
Yeah.
Let's give our best for fans. And they lost 6-2.
Said the fans
Also,
deserve a
What
better
if-
effort.
what
for you,
What if that
Brandon,
is Blackhawks hockey though?
It is.
So he was right.
He was right,
Yeah.
yes. What's your record, attendance-wise?
Oh no!
It's been really, really good. I was probably like going into like this year I was probably 4 or 5-0, and then I started off good this year. I won my first 3, but I've lost my last 3. I've lost my last 3.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
You're doing what's right.
But I'm on a
helping them
losing
tank right
I'm
now.
on a
That's
losing
good.
streak. Yeah, I'm on a
You
losing.
guys need they need to draft James Higgins.
I went last Sunday. They lost 6-2. I went to the Winter Classic, and then I went yesterday, and they lost 6-2.
They won what 3 cups?
Yeah.
2010,
Not
2013, and 2015.
And then you became a fan,
Well, I didn't become a fan until 2023.
and now they're the worst team in hockey.
Blutman.
Right, Blutman? Are those accurate?
The facts
bullet
can't be
point, accurate.
disputed.
Blutman, gut
Is that
feeling.
accurate?
Notre Dame, Penn State, go.
Notre Dame,
Gut feeling, Ohio State, Texas.
Ohio State, double digits.
Okay. Oh. Now do me.
Brand, gut feeling, Ohio State, Texas,
Ohio State, comfortably.
Notre Dame, Penn State,
Penn State, comfortably.
national championship.
Ohio State, comfortably.
Okay.
I would have Blutman do me, but I don't want Blutman
Marcus.
just doing everyone. I
Right.
don't want him that'd be
I
just going around doing everybody.
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
okay.
that would be out of
I mean, that is,
that would be out of bounds.
You guys
fact-
you're our coworkers.
Yeah.
yeah.
Ebo.
I mean, the fact that you are doing it now, I think it bodes well for you.
Well, don't just move on to me because I'm younger than them. Just
Oh, hell no. They passing Blutman around? Blutman, did you see the Pro Women's Hockey League solve tanking?
Did I see what?
The Pro Women's Hockey League solved tanking.
Oh,
I
wow.
did not see that they solved tanking.
Doesn't sound like Blutman knows ball.
Really? Because I've seen their commercials.
I want to hear about how they solve things. But first, speaking of commercials, it's a brand new year, and we're all about setting goals and actually hitting them. That's why I wanted to talk to you about today's sponsor, Huel, spelled Huel, the global complete nutrition brand trusted by millions. Their Black Edition ready to drink is a complete meal in a bottle, high in protein, low in sugar, and packed with all the nutrients your body needs to perform at its best. Huel is a perfectly balanced meal designed by experts to provide all the nutrients your body needs from a meal. Huel takes the guesswork out of healthy eating. It's for your most inconvenient meals. With no prep, no cooking, say goodbye to getting hangry and unsatisfying snacks. Just grab a Huel instead. Don't believe me? Take the leap and join the community of Hueligans.
Hooligans.
With this exclusive offer for new customers, 15% off plus a free gift with code mostly15 at Huel.com. 15% off, free gift for new customers with code mostly15 at Huel.com. Start your year off strong. Unlock a healthier, easier way to eat Huel. Nutritionally complete meals in minutes so you can focus on what really matters. Get Huel, 15% off, free gift, Huel.com, Huel.
Send us a bunch. It's good.
Yeah, no, I love it so much I put most of it on my hoodie just now.
Okay, women's hockey solved tanking.
The Pro Women's Hockey League has instituted a way to avoid tanking where as soon as you're eliminated from the playoffs, you then start to accrue draft points. So more wins equals better draft slot as soon as you're eliminated.
Okay.
So once you get to the elimination point, winning benefits you.
Wow. Instead of losing,
Oh.
once you're out of the race,
Once you're out of
You
the
start
playoffs, winning gets you draft points. And the team with the most draft points picks.
Oh, that's pretty awesome, actually.
That rocks.
I love that idea.
but
That's a great idea.
so
And this will be the first year of them implementing it. So we don't- okay.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, I was just
Can I ask-
I
can I
was
ask a
just
question?
talking, saying my thing, and then I was gonna
Doesn't
turn to
it?
you and say, Brandon, what would you like to have?
But you were praising it, and I don't know that it deserves universal praise yet. So
I wasn't pretty. I said, is this the first year of implementation? And then TJ was saying yes. Then I was going to say, okay, so I guess we should wait and see what the fallout.
All right, say that. Say that now.
I was going to say it sounds good, but it's the first year. Let's see how it goes. See how it works.
Wouldn't that?
I know. Me and Blutman and everyone else, we're going to be locked in on the Women's Hockey League to see how
The
this.
PWHL.
Wouldn't that punish the teams that are truly fucking awful? Like you're so shitty and you're in last place, and then when it turns to winning, it helps you. But you're so fucking bad, you keep losing. Do you just fall to the middle then?
Yeah, I would say stop sucking. Just stop sucking.
Well,
be.
They would need to
Stop.
get.
Why are you sucking so much? Is what I'd say.
We're talking about the women's hockey story now. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So if you are. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Blutman. Sorry. We're getting distracted.
It would be difficult to stop because they don't have a top player yet, which they need by losing.
Yeah.
But now
Can you
they
Now they'll
can't
never
win.
get their top.
Can you speak with a little more excitement here?
I'm excited.
All right.
Very excited actually. Tonight, touchdown Tommy.
Yeah, Monday Night
against
Football
North
tonight. You
Dakota
guys
State,
excited?
Monday Night
Touchdown,
Football.
Tommy Malott.
Yep. Playing
Cam
for a
Miller.
national title. Gonna be a great one. I got a fella DM me saying his friend, head of grounds crew there, paints end zones. 3-0 painting the end zone there. He painting North Dakota State's end zone. Does that mean
Whoa. Where are they playing?
Frisco?
Frisco, Texas. Isn't
When
it?
you think FCS football,
It's Frisco. Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't spell Frisco without F, C, and S.
That's true.
Yep.
I've been 3 times.
really?
Is that why they chose Frisco?
Yeah.
1 and
It's
2.
the only city with an F, a C, and an S in it?
San Francisco.
I guess San Francisco.
San Francisco, probably.
Yeah.
You gotta get down there.
Probably the big two.
Fucks. Fuckles. Okay.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers won the NFC South. They'll be playing in the NFL playoffs. They have punched their ticket. They were in a close game against the New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints go for it on 4th down, I believe. It is a turnover on downs. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers can now kneel the clock out, clinch the NFC North, and march on to the playoffs. Instead, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers line up to get Mike Evans 1,000 yards receiving. And in doing so, he ties Jerry Rice's all-time record of 11 straight 1,000-yard seasons. Also hits some incentives, gets a little bit of money. But as it was happening, the commentators were like, this is crazy. This isn't a meaningless game. This is for the NFC South Championship. This is the title. This is the playoffs on the line. They could, more likely than not, nothing's going to go wrong. But what if Baker Mayfield drops back, try to throw to Mike Evans? Pick 6. Now you just lost the division. You lost the playoffs all because you're trying to get your guy catch. They did it. It worked out. Mike Evans got his record, or got what he needed to get, even though it was a situation where typically they kneel the football and they just move on. And there's a lot of chatter. Kind of feels cheap. Mark Gastineau, what does he think about this?
Yeah.
Brett Favre went down for Michael Strahan. Mark Gastineau said, "You fucked me, Brett.
Yeah. You're a bad guy.
You're a bad guy for not playing the game the way it's supposed to be played." And some, maybe the Mark Gastineaus of the world said, instead of kneeling like you should have, getting Mike Evans his record in a cheap fashion so he can get his incentive and get his record to tie Jerry Rice was not authentic. Others were saying you played till the end of the game. What say you, Brandon Walker? Neglecting to kneel the football and getting Mike Evans his record in garbage time, fair or foul?
He fucking did it. Fair. Correct? It's fair.
I think so.
Who gives a shit? Yeah. That's just,
No, I'm not the one that has the
Yeah,
answer.
yeah.
I set it up, and then I don't.
yes, but it's not like a situation where, Brett had to actively turn around and then go. Like, Brett had to harm his own performance to give Strahan the record, right?
Sure,
Had to
yeah.
theoretically harm his own team. This hurt nobody. This would have
Who's hurt? Who's hurt?
nobody's
Nobody's
hurt.
hurt. Nobody's hurt. We're all fine.
Nobody's hurt. And
I'm not hurt.
now, will Jerry Rice come up to Mike Evans in a tearful tirade in a decade and be like, "Oh, you really hurt me, man"?
Yeah, you hurt me.
I'd like to see it, but probably not.
Probably won't.
Yeah, I doubt it. Mike Evans, 11 years, 1,000 yards every year.
Yards.
Sneaky, great.
Yeah.
Sneaky, great career.
Yeah.
I mean, he's good, but Has he ever? He's never. I don't. Has he ever been considered the best receiver in the league? I don't think so.
He's a guy that if you ask people to name the best receivers
he rarely comes up.
ever, you'll just forget about him. And then someone will be like, "What about Mike Evans?" You'll be like, "Fuck, yes, yeah, he should have been on the list." That was a bad miss by me. But he just like never comes to mind. He's just as steady as it gets. 1,000 yards, 11 straight years. I will say, if they didn't do that, that would be a really shitty way to have your streak snapped. It would be like 5 yards away.
Yeah. And the coach was like, no,
yeah.
we're not going to disrespect the game of football. Fuck you, coach.
So as it was happening, I was watching live as it was happening, and I didn't really think it was that crazy.
Yeah.
But then as I sat on it, and I was like, yeah, I guess theoretically they could have like fumbled, or they could have, but I don't know.
There are coaches.
I didn't have a problem with like the ethics of it. I was like, was it worth the gamble? And I think it was. They were up 8-2, I think. So
they were
even,
up
if,
8,
even if they scored, they had to get the 2-point conversion, losing over. Like it was fine. They were probably fine.
I have a different thought about this. The Saints should have tackled him at the line of scrimmage. Prevent it.
Mike Evans?
Yeah.
Well, he went out for a pass, so it would have been hard to.
But you're
It
saying
would not have been.
Oh, you mean
difficult at all. Put
pass interference?
Yeah, don't even let him get off the line.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like.
Prevent
I
it.
thought you meant like he was running the football. No. Yeah, they should have just.
Take his kneecap out.
I see what you're saying.
Correct.
Intentional. Yeah, that would have been funny.
So why that wasn't even a thought?
That would have been an all-time hater move, huh?
I feel like we were robbed of something great. That would have been great. That would have been greater.
Would have been a
than-
great high.
That would have been them robbing us of something.
No, it wouldn't have. That would have been an incredible moment.
You know what? He's right. That actually would have been funnier. That would have been a more viral clip for sure.
If the
Correct.
Saints played their best,
If this-
most aggressive defense of the day.
Not even that. Just like played literally illegal defense. Just to, if they just tackled him and then sat on top of his chest as the play was unfolding.
Okay, now I'm
Yeah,
on board.
you know what I mean? Yeah, if they just had two guys like pinning him down to the ground as Baker Mayfield's dropping back to pass. Yeah, I think you're right. Dude. That would have been funny.
Tie him down like Gulliver. Real quick. It is football season, and we can't wait to get out some games with the help of Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. You know how much we love Game Time. Now with their brand new Game Time Picks feature, they're making it even easier to get to a game. Game Time Picks filters out the fluffs to show you only incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. I got the NFL playoffs coming up, college football playoff this week. I got a lot. I'm sure there's some amazing Game Time Picks deals for great seats, whether you're going to the Ohio State-Penn State game. Well, no, Ohio State plays Texas, Brandon, and Penn State-Notre Dame. Just pull up your chosen event, turn on the GT Picks setting at the top of the screen, browse the best local Game Time Picks near you on your Game Time app homepage. What are you waiting for? Go buy those playoff tickets right now with Game Time Picks. I'm going to double up.
Wait.
What?
This-
Wait a second. Right in the dead middle. Thank you to everyone who spoke to members about their experiences with their internships and clubs. It was super helpful for everyone to get that insight and make connections. This is from at AWSM Penn State.
But look at the time. No, I was out of the club by this point.
Well, then
I was out of the club. I was a guest speaker on this.
Are you in a car? Where
No,
were
I
you?
was. This is during COVID. I was sitting outside.
why?
Because I was the only place I could go where I didn't have to wear a mask. It was.
You couldn't be
You couldn't
in
be
your own
inside.
house?
inside?
Oh no, I
You had
wanted
to mask in your own house?
No. But I wanted to take it outside.
Oh, Connor.
What?
That's another dude.
Hey, there
Was
we
Nick
go.
Tarani in your club?
No, that was actually the advisor. He's
Oh.
he's a professor. But no,
That is that.
I came back to talk about internships and to talk. This was a guest speaking role. I'll pull up
most-
another picture.
Can I just
I'll pull
say
up another
the most
because I found one.
The most woman in sports media scenario ever is having a guy come be your guest speaker.
No, it was other women on the call,
We
and
now
they
welcome
had me
in-
in there.
Pull it back up.
To speak on the experiences of being a woman in sports media, we now have a man.
Is that Santa Claus?
We now bring in a man to.
No,
That's not Santa Claus?
I don't know.
Oh, that is Santa Claus. Middle.
Santa Claus, middle far right.
Middle far right. That's Santa Claus.
No, dude.
Is that
this
Santa
is
Claus?
this is why I didn't.
What
wanna,
is that?
This is
That's
why
Santa Claus.
I didn't even want to bring it up.
Connor, that's
you
Santa
guys
Claus.
you'd make fun of other
Connor.
people in the group.
We're not making fun of anything. What is that? Is it not Santa Claus?
It's a girl, dude.
It's like go with their arm over
Yes.
their knee up.
You guys are the worst. These are.
Dude,
I didn't want to bring. It's a woman. It's a
Connor,
girl.
we're not making fun of her. That literally looks like Santa Claus.
Santa Claus costume.
That looks
No,
like
she's
Santa
not.
Claus. That looks like Santa Claus.
She's got her knee up and her arm on with her arm across her face.
Oh God, they're right.
She's like this.
It's her arm.
But
Yes.
what's going on with the,
And I didn't want you guys to be dissecting pictures
What's going on
about
with the hat?
people who have nothing to do with
I thought it
this
was
show.
Santa from back here. I look up. Now it's not Santa. From here, it looks like Santa.
That might be
from
Santa,
there,
dude.
it must look like Santa.
it's Santa?
It's a girl with her arm
Her
over
arms
her.
up. Her arms up.
She's
Okay, now I
coughing.
see it. Now I see it.
She's coughing.
Now I
But
see
it did look like Santa. And don't act like we're wrong
Yeah,
for saying it
don't-
looked like
don't-
Santa.
But you don't have to
Don't pin this on
dissect
me.
every single
But I didn't-
girl in this photo because they didn't
I
ask
wasn't
on the show.
I was only saying, oh my God, there's Santa Claus.
Okay, I have another picture where I am one of. There are two other dudes. This is when I was actually in the club. I'm
I
not
just
going
love
to
the
show
idea of every
but-
guest speaker for this club is a man.
it. No, it was.
Every single guest speaker is just
All right.
yeah.
everybody.
You.
I have it.
So
They're,
that's
they're
TJ.
imaginary photo.
Send it to TJ.
I don't know if I want
Tell the
to.
people about
Well, no, you're sending it to TJ while I tell people about DraftKings. NFL playoffs. We're talking about NFL playoffs? Well, you bet we are. Get in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Scoring touchdowns is the key to winning in the NFL playoffs, and the key to you scoring big is betting on them at DraftKings, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. Ready to place your first bet? Try betting on something simple like a player to score 6. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app and make your pick. It's another reason to watch your favorite players crush it in the playoffs. New customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Score big during the NFL playoffs with DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code FAMILY. That's code FAMILY for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours.
Did you guys see?
We got through the second half of that
did
show
it,
pretty
yeah.
good. Pretty
Yeah.
good, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the
Speak for yourself, Brandon.
the half horse, half zebra, half like donkey?
You can't be
How
three
is so
halves.
many halves?
It's 150% animal.
Hockey has 3 halves though.
No.
That's true.
No.
I guess we're
Permissions.
kind of bearing the lead here. Happy anniversary to Mr. Ed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Ed made his debut 64 years ago yesterday,
Mhm.
which the show was, I don't know if you guys know, show was about a talking horse.
Yep.
He didn't do anything silly like playing sports. or
But a
anything. It was
horse
just-
is a horse.
Of course. But it was a good show. Just go check it out.
Okay.
Can we see this 150% animal thing?
I DM'd it to TJ.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Did you
Plague
come up with
Doctor.
something to DM to TJ that wasn't that picture? So will you get distracted? I
Wait.
got zebra.
Wait.
I got. Hold on.
Hold on. That's like a hyena face.
Wait, this
a
is
hy-
just an
Is that a?
okapi?
A head of a giraffe, the
giraffe.
stripes of a zebra, and the body of a horse. A blue tongue.
Doesn't a zebra already have the body of a horse? It's just
I-
striped.
I'm not. That's a head of a giraffe. Why does it have all those things?
That's a great point, Ebo. The body, the stripes of a zebra and the body of a horse. That's just the body of a zebra.
Yeah,
Wait a second.
that's just a zebra.
It says the body of a blue tongue long enough to clean his eyes and lives in the wild in a single country in the world, and it's not even 150 years we know about it.
Yeah. I mean,
That's written like AI.
I was expecting something a lot better, Connor. We've known this
Sorry.
animal.
But I had never seen that animal before. Shout out Gino-licious Boss. He was the one who put it on the timeline. So shout out to
Gino
him.
heads.
I personally this type of account I block it every time. These like Facebook farm content accounts I
Yeah.
block all of them. It's
Yeah.
just like
Also,
it's all fake. They're all bots.
also Connor send TJ that. Is it,
I sent him the picture.
we'll end on the picture because we gotta see that.
But there are other dudes in the picture.
yeah. I'm. Yeah. What is this? Other dudes in the picture. What is this? Okay.
Just that was us. This wasn't everybody in the club, but this
could be a picture of any group of people, Connor.
No, but this was the Association for Women in Sports Media.
This is it. Huh?
We would get to go and
And
tour.
there you are.
They're literally
yet again, front and center.
I'm all the way in the back,
two
dude.
other dudes.
There you are.
You are
find-
center.
You find a way.
You're back
every
in center.
time with this women in sports media thing. You're like,
Why are you always the
how
focal
are you
point?
always
I'm not the
in middle?
focal point. I
You're
happen to be
always
the
right in the
tallest in the
middle.
crew.
He's a star.
You look like Dikembe Mutombo.
Yeah, you look every part of 6'11" in
right?
I'm a big ass dude.
You're not.
You're a big ass dude.
I'm a specimen, dude.
You know who else is a big ass dude?
Take the photo down, TJ. Let's not
What?
talk about.
3:30 Central. Is that
I think that's when it comes on.
3:30 Central? I'll have to be locked in and see what they got to say.
Yeah.
I mean, they got to. He was deleting tweets and shit, right?
They deleted the. video,
Yeah.
right?
The sniffing video.
Yeah.
Well,
That-
he
but-
was.
He was all up in it. Yeah.
He was.
Sniffing Kizzy?
He was like winking too.
Yeah,
Like, he
he
had
was.
something in his eye. He was just like.
That was literally sniffing Kizzy.
He was.
Yeah.
That's the video where I remembered the time of the show because I think he said in the time of the show in that video where he's going like this, he was like, "Oh, by the way, tune in at blah blah blah."
Yeah.
blah. But then he deleted that tweet yesterday. Crazy.
Which I mean.
And the whole reason he did that video was to show how hard she had it.
Yeah, I think that's what he
That's-
said.
that-
Yeah,
yep.
she's a black woman on sports media. That's a
Just-
difficult
They have, yeah.
difficult role to carve out for yourself, and she had it harder than anyone else. Really, if you think about it. Connor, you want to fill? Last thing, you should fill in the audience. You should tell. You should read the.
Yeah.
I support women in sports media. That's all I'll say.
All right.
Taking the spotlight away from him whenever.
No.
We'll try to do better tomorrow.
Monday Night Raw tonight, Brandon. You excited?
This might be
try
the
to do
biggest single wrestling show
Ever?
in decades.
Why?
What?
They are debuting on Netflix tonight.
Really?
And
And
they are-
they're going balls to the
They're
wall.
throwing out everything.
It's like better than most like pay-per-views over
It's
the last.
WrestleMania caliber.
Yes.
And
it's-
finally, I mean, with all that's going on at Fox, finally we can just rally behind an organization that does it the right way. So I'm excited to
All right.
to watch tonight. All right, that's enough. We'll do our best to lock in tomorrow. Thanks for watching. See you guys then.
That's how ball is done. Second.
family, 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 family.